So that's enough. I think I got my good shot for my thumbnail. Hey guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deborah. You guys are watching Simply Deborah, where I create content all about fashion, beauty, and everyday living. And if that is something that sparks your interest, I hope that you would become a part of my family. Go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button right down below. I would love to have you join the squad, join the family, come on over. And if you are returning, hey, and welcome and thank you so much for coming back. I so greatly appreciate it. Guys, today we are doing our makeup. Yes, I haven't did my makeup in like forever, so I'm really excited. I probably forgot some techniques because I haven't did it in a while. So I am so happy to be doing this. Take off my jewelry because I'm gonna be working in my face. So before I get started with that though, if today is your birthday, hello and happy birthday. I hope and pray that you have many, many, many more. If today is your anniversary, happy anniversary. Yes, and I pray that you have many, many more as well. Guys, if you would like to be shouted out for, if you would like a shout out for your birthday or anniversary, just comment down below with your name and the day of the anniversary or birthday, and I will be more than happy to shout you out. If you would like to be entered into my monthly giveaway, make sure that you're subscribed at this channel. Make sure you leave a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed to my Instagram, or not subscribe, but make sure you're following me on Instagram. And I will go ahead and put my Instagram information over here. So make sure you're following me at Simply Deborah 722, and I am checking. So yes, and what else is it? If no one have told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you. Yes, I do. Thank you so much for just coming over here and rocking with me. I so greatly appreciate it. Guys, like I said, today we are at this makeup table and I haven't been here in a minute. So we are going to go ahead and get into this makeup. And hopefully we can cover a little topic that I have today. And the topic for today is what? Intimacy. Yes. So that is what we are going to be covering today, guys. Yay. Hopefully we can dive into it. Hopefully I don't lose track of what I want to say, but yeah. So I've already washed my face. Today is, what's today? Today is Monday. So happy Monday, everybody. Happy beginning of the week, work week. Happy beginning of the work week. I hope and pray that everybody have a wonderful week. And so yeah, so we're gonna dive into this. I keep getting messages, oh my God. But okay, so we're gonna dive into this. And I've already washed and prepped and cleaned my face and did all of that good stuff. So now what we are gonna do is go ahead and prime it. And what I will be using is the Huda Beauty primer. And this is the water jelly. So I'm gonna be using this to prep my face to get everything ready. So I'm just gonna pump in, and I usually do like 3 pumps, 3.5. And so I am gonna go ahead and put that on my face. I should have put on a, something over to cover my hair. Okay. So I have that on, all good. And so next what I'm going to be doing is pull my shirt down first. But next what I'm going to be doing is put the lid back on there because I'm done with that. And the next thing that I'm going to be doing, I'm trying to think if I should do my eyebrows or go down and start with my foundation. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my foundation. And the foundation that I will be using today is the Huda Beauty stick. I love this. Missed it, haven't did it in a while. So excited about that, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my face. And we are going to go ahead and use the beauty blender. And I am using a dark beauty blender. So, and I'm just going to go in and pat that all into my face. And so while I'm doing that, I guess I will start the conversation on intimacy. And why I'm bringing up this conversation is because my husband and I had a conversation about this on yesterday. And intimacy, well, that is one of the factors, but intimacy is a closeness between people and their personal relationship. So you can have a personal relationship, whether that being with your spiritual leader, guidance. It is between people and personal relationships. And it is something that builds over time. As you connect with someone and grow to care about each other and feel more and more comfortable during your time together, it can include physical or an emotional closeness with the mix of two people. So I was telling my husband on yesterday, I think people have like forgotten about intimacy. And I don't know if it's because people are just so busy today and doing everything else. But being intimate to me, it means intimacy. In-to-me-see. So I'll actually put that right there in case you didn't catch it. I-N-T-O-M-E-S-E-E. Intimacy. And I'm going in with some more stick. Okay. So it is a blending of hearts with one another so we can see into who they really are and to see into us. And to me, there is levels of intimacy. I believe intimacy is with you and a closeness with an attraction. So whether that being attracted to somebody, when you first meet somebody, you're really like into them and you're trying to win them over. So the conversations are deep, the spending time with one another is deep, because you're trying to see if this person is for you. And so it's going to open up different dialogues between the two of you. And I just think that it's more of a conversation between when you're first meeting somebody and getting to know them. Being intimate involves the mixing of life with one another's, mingling souls, sharing of hearts. This is something we all long for because it's how God made us, right? We were all designed to connect with one another. With the same connection that I feel that I have with you, I feel that there's an intimacy relationship there. Just being that I'm getting to know you guys are getting to know me. And that is what intimacy is. We're getting to know each other. We have conversation with one another. We have dialogue between one another. And I think in relationships, sometimes you lose that because you're so, let me do my eyebrows, because you're so, you get caught, I wouldn't say even caught up in day-to-day life. I think we just get so comfortable with the relationship and thinking that this is what it is and it's all good. And a relationship takes work. A relationship takes a lot of work in order to keep it going, in order to keep that fire built between the two. The same thing with you guys. It takes work. I can't get on here and just be like, subscribe to my channel and expect people are going to subscribe to my channel without there being some kind of connection between the two, between me and you. You're gonna move on. You're gonna be like, well, there's no connection there. I don't need to really, you know, she's not offering me anything and I have nothing to offer to her. So you're gonna move along to the next YouTube channel. You're gonna move along to the next relationship. You're gonna move along You're not gonna sit there if there's nothing to be offered between the two. And like I said, it takes work. I can't, like I said, just get on here and just be like, oh, it's all good. They're gonna, you know, subscribe to my channel. No, I gotta put out content that you feel is attractive. And in a relationship, people lose that. People, and even on YouTube, people, and I think we get so complex with our day-to-day stuff that we tend to lose the, let me do this real quick. But I think we get to lose focus on what is important in a relationship. And it takes work when it comes to intimacy, being in any type of relationship. I don't like this one. Let me redo that one. Get a Kleenex. And I was talking, like I said, me and my husband, we were having a conversation in reference to it. And one of the things that I wouldn't say that he or myself struggle with, but I think a lot of men think that intimacy is about sex, and it's not. Why this one look like it's up and this one down? I'm just trying to get these eyebrows together, y'all. This is the one thing that I really struggle with when it comes to doing my makeup. But I think a lot of guys think that intimacy is about sex. Maybe you are wondering about sex. Granted, sex is a part of intimacy expression, but it is not intimacy. It's what leads up to it. So if I'm not putting in the work as far as conversation daily, as far as us being with one another, doing things with one another, going places with one another, just spending time, really, that's what it all boils down to. Spending time in a communication. You can't expect to, at least I know I don't want to just go in the bedroom and bam, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, you know, and it's, you know, you're done. It's like you need something to lead you up to that point. You can't just not have a communication. And so I'm sorry. So I use my goof proof pencil, and this is the number 5. So I arch or cleaned them up with this pencil. And now I'm gonna go in and fill them in with this espresso, and this is by MAC eyeshadow. So I can already tell this video is gonna be long, but I'm gonna try to make it short. So yeah, I think a lot of men think that intimacy is the sex, and it is not the sex. It is what leads up to it. Sex to me is the most intimate and beautiful expression of love. It is the expression, but it is not the intimacy of it. We are only lying to ourselves when we act as if sex is the proof of love. Too many men demand sex as a proof of love, and a proof of love is not sex. And I don't know why men think that if you don't make love to them, if you're not sexually intimate with them, that you don't love them. Because it's so much more than just sex. So if y'all agree with me, ladies, go ahead, or gentlemen, go ahead and comment down below. Give me your point of view. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you feel, how you feel about it. But I think a lot of men really believe that sex is a part of intimacy, and it's not. Am I a specialist in this? Absolutely not. But I know intimacy is not, it's what leads up to it. And if you're not having any kind of dialogue daily, if you're not spending time with that person, if you're not getting in, I don't care how long you've been with a person. You can't take for granted that you've been with somebody for 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, and take for granted that, oh, because I've been with this person, that I don't have to put in the work. Yes, you still have to put in the work. It still take work. Just like it took work to get that person, it's gonna take work to keep that person. You cannot think that everything is gonna always be just gravy if you're not putting in work. And it takes two, not just one person. You both have to want this. You both have to work at it. You both have to put the work in for it. A communication, as I told my husband, a communication between two people is just that, a communication. One person can't be doing all the communication. One person can't be doing all the talking, and the other person just doing all the listening and not having a dialogue back, or not having a conversation back. It takes two. I can't, just like with me and you all, I'm not sitting up here having a conversation by myself, because you guys are down in the comments commenting back on the conversations, whatever it is that we're talking about. And that is a form of intimacy with me. We're developing a relationship. We're getting to know one another. And it doesn't stop here. You keep going. You keep going and keep going. You keep growing with one another. You keep going, moving forward with one another. And that's intimacy to me. That is, and let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm off track, if y'all think intimacy is sex or making love, whatever that you think it is. Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know if I'm just off or am I on the right track. I want to know. Real intimacy is just not found just by merging bodies in sex. When Jesus said, and I know I'm probably getting a little deep for some of y'all, but in the word it says, when two shall become one, that he meant more than just the physical. How many couples go to bed at night, share their bodies, but not their hearts? Did I just pull a string from somebody? String pulled? How many of us? You go to bed and share your body, but not your heart. Okay, next I'm gonna do concealer. And I am gonna be using Born This Way. Or before I do that, actually, let me clean up my eyebrows. And I am gonna be using this soft ochre. And this is, I believe this is by MAC. So this is what this look like. I know y'all probably saying, okay, Deborah, I'm over your makeup. I want more of this conversation. Okay. Let me clean up my eyebrows first. Let me clean these up. You see me looking over here? I'm looking in the mirror. But yeah, so I think that sharing your heart with somebody is so much deeper than having sex with somebody. But I know a man sometimes don't see it that way. They feel like that sharing your body is more deeper than intimacy, but it's not. Because like I said, you have to lead up to that point. You can't just, nobody just want to go in a room and share your body and not your heart. At least I don't. I want a little bit more. I want conversation. I want you to wine me. I want you to buy me things. I want communication. And that's like I said, when you meet somebody, when you meet somebody and you're into them, you're trying to do everything it took or everything it takes to let them know that, hey, I'm into you. I like you. So you're going to wine and dine that person, right? You're going to talk, have conversations with that person. You're going to go places with that person. You're going to share stories with that person. You're going to grow your hearts with one another. And I just feel like that day to day, people just forget about that and feel like and take for granted, you know what? I've been with you for umpteen years, it's all good. But it's not. You still need that communication between one another. I think a lot of men would say if you're not being intimate or making love with them, they'll come back on, you know, have an excuse. Well, you're not sharing your body with me. Well, you know what? Because it's not all about that. What are we doing in the meantime to keep that fire going between one another? So that when you can do so many things with one another. I mean, if you're really into that person, you can. A simple walk with one another in the park, a workout with one another, just sharing, you know, like I said, sharing your heart with one another, having talks with one another, getting in the kitchen, cooking with one another, sharing that time with one another is so important. You can't just think that the only time that is important is the time that you're making love, because there's going to be a shut off. There's going to be a disconnect. And then when you go to make love with somebody, you're going to be like, well, it don't seem like that you're putting your heart into it. Well, you're not giving me your heart. You're not giving me your heart. Making love to me is not the all of alls. It's not. And I know this conversation may be deep for some of y'all, and I know you may be like, wow. But it's really not the all of all. I think real intimacy, when you're spending time with that person, it makes us feel alive. It makes us feel like we've been found. Like, oh my God. Just like with you all finding me on YouTube. It's like I've been found. You know, when I get somebody to subscribe to my channel, it's like there's a connection there. And that's the same thing with a husband and a wife. Or with a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Or with whomever, in any relationship. Spending time with somebody, building, there's levels to intimacy. It's not just, you know, okay, I think I blended enough my eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and put some concealer on. And I am going to use this Born This Way by Too Faced. So, it's a building. It's not just going in the bedroom and thinking that, oh, we're gonna go make love and you're gonna get my all. If there's no connection that is leading up to that, it's gonna be hard for somebody to give you your all. You're gonna feel like, you know what, this is all that they want. This is what this relationship is built upon. Nobody wants a relationship that is just built upon sex, making love. Maybe a man do, but women, we're not like that. So gentlemen, if you're watching this, we're not that kind of creature to say a relationship is only and built upon just of making love. We want more. Okay, I'm going to take my beauty blender, the same beauty blender, and go in and just blend my concealer. But when I say that we've been found with real intimacy, it seemed like that somebody took the time to peer into the depths of our soul, into the depths of them, to really see us for who we are. And until then, we will feel passed over and ignored, like our feelings aren't valued, like our feelings don't mean anything if it's not any communication there or anything leading up to that. And maybe your woman won't tell you, but I'm telling y'all, as from a woman perspective, this is how we feel. And I know some of y'all may be like, not my woman. But who don't want to be in a or who wants to be in a relationship, shall I say, and there's no communication between the two. The only communication is sex. Nobody wants that. Nobody yearns for that. And although that may be high on some men's agenda, it's not the all. Everybody wants to feel loved. Everybody. And if you don't want a woman to ignore, or if you want a woman to give you more, then unfortunately it takes work, and it's going to take some work in that department as far as building it up. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my eyebrows again. So I'm just going to take my brush. But yeah, nobody wants to feel like they are being ignored. We try to predetermine what we think we should see when we examine your partner or somebody else's life. Their heart, personality, and soul. And guess what? Then we try to mold that person into what we think that they should be. Well, this is what you should be doing. You can't mold an individual for your needs, because you're going to have a huge letdown. Maybe not that day, because maybe that person feel like, you know what, look past so many other things, and then one day they're going to be like, you know what, you can't mold a person into who you want them to be. When that happens, I think that when a person tries to mold somebody into who they want them to be, they miss out on so many good qualities of that person. Love and intimacy are destroyed because they have tried to mold that person into who they think that person should be. And that person can't be the true person that they really want to be. Do y'all agree with me? Comment down below. I want to know if you agree with me. And I think when you find that, oh, that's what that was. I'm like, what was that? And when you find that true person that you feel that you can be with in this world, as far as any journey that you choose to take in life, and you find that person that you have that true intimacy with, it will make life so much enjoyable. It will make everything feel like it is worth it. That putting in the work is worth it, because you have that communication between one another. You have that understanding between one another. And as they say, communication is key to a relationship. It is so much the key to a good relationship. You can't expect and take for granted anything when it comes to an individual. So next, guys, what I'm going to be using is, I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to go in with some bronzer and put it around the perimeter of my face just to add some color to it. And the bronzer that I think I'm going to be using today is the Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie. And I am going to be using the Fenty Beauty Truffle as well. I like using both of these. This one I like using around the perimeter of my face, and the Truffle I like using on my nose to contour my nose. So I'm going to go in with this one, and what I am going to be using is, I'm looking for a brush. Okay, so I'm going to be using this brush, and then I'm just going to, so this is what this one looked like, and this is the Caramel Cutie. And maybe somebody is wondering, well, how do you build intimate relationship in addition to accepting one another or a person just how they are? And this doesn't mean accepting them for any abuse, but just accepting them for just who they are. Real intimacy can only begin once you know yourself. And once you know yourself, and that's why they say you can't date or have or build a relationship with anybody else until you truly know yourself. I'm gonna use some of this truffle. So yeah, so it takes to know yourself before you can even begin to share it with somebody else. How can you share something that you don't even know who you are and what you want? And that's where I go back to the real intimacy is intimacy. I'm intimacy. I'm into me. And that's the only way that I can give you intimacy, is by knowing who I am. Because if you don't, there's no communication. There's no, you can't share your wants and dreams with somebody if you don't even know what you want. Give you something if they don't know what to give you. How can I share my fears with somebody if I don't even know my fears? How can I share my dreams with somebody, my hopes and desires, unless I know them and I'm willing to allow someone in to share it with me? And everybody has hopes. Everybody has dreams. Everybody has desires of something. And in order to truly to share that with somebody, you have to let them in. You have to allow them in. You have to know who you are. I can't get on here, and that's where I think a lot of people fail with doing YouTube. Because we get on here and we're all over the place. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we want to give you. So how can we expect you to give us anything back? Am I preaching to the choir? And sharing with others is not as easy as some may think it is. Having a relationship with somebody is not as easy as some people think it may be. It is work. It is real work that you have to put in real hard time or work in order to receive anything out of it. I told y'all a while ago, you can't get anything in life if you're not putting anything into it. I can't expect anything out of a relationship if I'm not willing to put anything into a relationship. With the same with YouTube, I can't expect anything back from you guys if I'm not putting anything into you guys. So it's just a form of intimacy, of communication, of talking, having dialogue with one another, and just opening up with who I am. And that's why I try to be so transparent when it comes to you guys, because I want to keep it real with y'all. I want to keep it 100 with y'all and share my ups and share my downs with you guys. I want to hear your ups, hear your downs, because it's not a one-sided relationship. It's a two-sided relationship. My side and your side. I can't give you, and I don't want to give you all of me and not accept you. I have to be willing to accept you for who you are, where you are, and you have to be willing to accept me for who I am and where I am. And that's in a relationship as well. Whether, like I said, it's being with your girlfriend, it's being with your husband, it's being with your boyfriend, it's being with anybody. It is not easy, and it takes some work, and it may be uncomfortable at times. I was talking to a girlfriend that I haven't spoken to, one of my sisters that I haven't spoken to since a class reunion, and she just out of the blue called me when I was going through what I was going through with my cancer scare, and we had such a good long conversation. I think we were on the phone for like 2 hours, but it was just a communication, and just she was telling me, she was like, it's not for everybody, but I don't think that I can go and tell, my story with exposing myself to other people. I always feel like that sometimes your story is not for you. It's to share with somebody, because believe me, what you have been through, somebody else is about to go through. And if you were able to get through it, you can help somebody along the way. And maybe their story may not be exactly as yours, but knowing that you've been through something, 9 times out of 10, people enjoy a conversation that they know that they're not the only one going through something. And that's why, like I said, I try to keep it so real with you guys, and be transparent with you guys in reference to what I go through in life. So yeah. Okay, so now since I contoured my face, I'm going to do my nose, and I'm going to go in with this truffle bronzer, and I'm just going to put it on the side of my nose, and I'm just going to work that in. And in intimacy too, it's not something, and you don't want to do it, like I said, there's levels to it. So, thank God that we don't have to pour ourselves into somebody all at once, because then what do we have left to give? It takes, work. It takes a day-to-day walk. It takes, we don't have to give everything up front. So it's with levels. It comes with levels, guys. So now I'm going to use some of this Laura Mercier powder, translucent powder, and I'm just going to put it on the bridge of my nose. And it can be uncomfortable exposing your deep part of yourself to somebody in fear of what they may feel about you. But I feel like a person is going to accept you for all your flaws. Y'all accept me for my flaws. Nobody gets perfect. We all are walking along this journey together. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead. I don't keep this powder on me long. I just put it on and dust it off. So being intimate with someone, you just share a little of yourself and a little of yourself and a little of yourself and a little of yourself every day. In a relationship with anybody, you're not giving everybody, you can't give everybody your all at that specific time because it's just impossible. You know, you're living with somebody, you're getting to know that person, you're growing with that person on day to day. Even in a relationship where you have a older couple, there still is going to be a form of intimacy there by the relationship, by the dialogue that they have, the conversation that they have. Because God made us. The relationship I have with my God, the intimacy, the talks that we have, so deep. He made me. He know all about me, right? He know all about you. It is indescribable. Intimacy with God through his son Jesus has been the most rewarding and life-changing thing I have ever experienced, y'all. And my prayer is that you will first experience the joy that comes from having an intimate relationship with God out of that love. So my prayer is that you have a relationship with God before you can have a relationship with anybody else, and form that intimacy with him. Get to know him before trying to get to know somebody else. That is just what I desire for all of you guys. Next, I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. And I know I've been chip-chapping, and hopefully I can cut this video down some. But I'm just gonna go in with this MAC Teddy eyeliner and put it on my tear line. Next, I'm gonna go in with some eyeshadow. Oh man, I left my eyeshadow over there. Okay, the palette I will be using today is the Soft Glam, and I'm going to be going with a brown color. I am going to be using my Morphe M505. I believe that's the number on it, but I'm just going to be putting some on my eyelid, and I'm just going to go in with, oh excuse me, the color Mulberry. And I think on top of that I'm going to be putting, it's called Glycerin, but I'm just going to be patting it in. So the next one I'm going to use is Cypress. So let me put this one on here, and then I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to go in with the color Rustic and put it on top of it and blend it. And this is the color that I'm getting ready to go in with, this Rustic. This is the color I first went in with, and now I'm going to go in with that color, and I'm just going to blend it with it. Just going to go in with a little I think I'm gonna go in with this shade color right here up on top, just for my brow bone, and that's called, I don't even know, Tempera. But I'm just gonna go in with just a little bit and put it on my brow bone. What y'all think? Let me go in and fix my eyebrow. I'm putting all of this on it. I take stuff off of my eye. Not really feeling this eyeshadow. For some reason it's not looking, it's like it's like a pink tint or like a dark purple. Tarte palette, and I'm going in with this color. It's called Solstice, and I'm just gonna put some of this on there. Just to brighten that brow bone up. Okay. And so next, I think what I'm gonna do is go back in with my Rustic and put some on my bottom of my eyebrow. Looking for a brush. looking for a brush. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with a little blush. But before I do that, I'm gonna use some of this Sephora, and this is the Micro Smooth. And I like taking this and putting it around my face. Okay. And then next I am going to go in with some blush. I actually picked up some blush from MAC, and this is the color Format Frost. It is so cute. This is the shade of it. It's like a brown. Love this color. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that for my cheeks. Seems like it's so hard for brown pigmented to show up on my skin as a brown tone. Like it always show up as something different than brown. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is blend that, and then next I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm gonna be using, but before I do that, let me curl my eyebrows. And next I am going to go in with some lipstick. I'm going to go in with, I want to do something brown. This is a Urban Decay Consistency is the color. Then I'm going to go in with some Fenty Beauty Cream color. And I'm thinking, do I want to put on eyelashes? And then I'm just going to go in with a dabber of lipstick, which is my MAC Frost. Then I'm going to go in with a little highlighter, and I'm just going to put some on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow. I'm actually getting ready to do a unit, so make sure y'all stick around for that. So I guess I need to fix my hair, or not really, because I'm actually going to put on a unit. So all of this to put on a unit, right? And then I think I'm going to put on some lashes. What y'all think? Y'all think I need some lashes on? Okay guys, so I have finished this look, and as y'all can see, I put on falsies. Yes, so I have my lashes on, which is something that is very rare. I don't do lashes that well, but I have them on nonetheless, and I hope they're on pretty good. I think they're on okay. If you see one jumping up at you, just ignore that. Just be like, oh, that's a little flaw she did. But I think they're okay. I see this one trying to lift up. These are actually, y'all, the magnetic. So yeah, but anywho, so I hope you all have enjoyed this video today. I hope you all have enjoyed this little chit chat on intimacy and just my views alone. So comment down below if you have something you would like to add to the conversation on intimacy. Yeah, and let's chit chat, let's talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I haven't given it to you. And I am going to go ahead and go, because I have another video I have to do after this one, that make sure y'all stay tuned. It is a hair unit. And yep, this is my real hair. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do something that is just me today. So, and that is what I did. So I hope you all have enjoyed it, and I will chit chat and talk with y'all in my next video. So until then, love, peace, and happiness. Kisses and smooches to everybody. Bye bye.